have no credit, low credit, and no money for closing costs or down payment, then you want to watch this video, especially if you want to become a first-time homeowner. In this video, I'm going to share 5 home mortgages that don't require a high credit score, significant down payment assistance, and can help you get into a home as soon as possible at the most affordable rate. My name is Professor Keys, teaching you that they should have taught you in school. Before we get started, I want you to hit that thumbs up button with your finger and hit subscribe. The housing market is seeing its biggest correction since World War II. In fact, Fortune magazine reported that home prices plunged 1.2% since its peak in June 2022, which is the largest decline since 2012. And check this out. Goldman Sachs said that home prices are set to decline 7.6% through March 2024. So if you're in a market to buy a home, this is really good news, because that means that home prices will be more affordable tomorrow than what they were yesterday. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 home mortgages that may be applicable to you right now and 3 requirements that most of them look for. Are you ready? Because I am. You want to benefit from the dip. I put my hand upon my hip. When you dip, I dip, you dip. First up is Bank of America Community Affordable Loan Solution. This loan program has a 0% down payment, 0% closing costs, no credit score requirement, and then on top of that, no mortgage insurance. This is by far the most controversial program, and it lit the social media streets up when it was first announced. Because this program does not require a credit score, they will be looking at your rent, your utility payments, your auto insurance payments in order to determine if you've paid those bills on time over a certain period of time. You will also have to complete a first-time home buyers assistance program before you can apply for this loan. And your ability to do this will require if you can get access to these benefits. Now, eventually this program is going to be nationwide. However, it's going to start off in a select few cities. You want to make sure to screenshot this if you're on your phone, or take notes if you're on your computer, because if you live in these cities right now, this program may be available to you. And here's another requirement before we move on to the next mortgage. You must reside in a Black or Latino neighborhood. It doesn't mean that you have to be Black or Latino. You just have to live there in order to qualify for this mortgage product. Let's move on to the next product. This is the U.S. Bank Dream Loan. The minimum down payment is 3%, but they're offering $10,000 in down payment assistance. You just have to contribute $1,000 in closing costs. Also, you don't have to pay any mortgage insurance, which is clutch, because usually you're paying mortgage insurance until you pay 20% of the total home loan, which is a lot of money that most people don't have when they're coming to the closing table. What I love about this loan is they do qualify you if you have non-traditional credit. So they're going to be looking at the bills that you've paid on time, over time, but then also if you have a credit score. And for most folks, this might not work for you, but if you do have a credit score, they're going to expect that you have at least a 640 credit score in order to qualify for this particular program. Your debt to income ratio must also be 43%. Next up is PNC Bank, and they are offering the PNC Community Mortgage. The minimum down payment is 3%. They're offering $5,000 towards closing costs in select cities, and also there is no mortgage insurance. For this mortgage, you must have low to moderate income. How they measure this is determining if you make 80% of the median income in your metropolitan census tract area. Say that 10 times fast. For example, if you live in New York, New York City, or Jersey City, 80% of the median income is going to be $68,000 because the median income is $85,000. Next up is Wells Fargo, the Dream Home Plan. And they put periods after each one of those words. The minimum down payment is 3%. They do offer $5,000 towards closing costs in select cities. Unlike the other mortgages, you will have to pay mortgage insurance. Let's get into it. So Wells Fargo knows that it's deep competition out there, right? If other mortgage lenders can offer you programs with no mortgage insurance, how in the world do they compete? Well, they offer a neighborhood lift program, and this is a 0% forgivable loan that goes towards down payment assistance. And so you apply for this loan, you pay it back, again, 0% interest, so they're not charging you money to use their money, and if you meet certain requirements, the entire loan is forgivable. Also, you must make 80% of the median income in your area. Let's move on on to the next loan, and that is the Citibank Home Run Mortgage. This mortgage requires a 3% down payment and 5% if you have non-traditional credit. So you're using your bills versus your credit history in order to qualify. But they do offer down payment assistance of up to $7,500. 7,500 stacks, ladies and gentlemen. I guess it would be 7 stacks, 7 in a possible stack. I don't know, whatever. I play spades. I do stack money. Yes, I do, but I don't stack slang. So let's just get into it. So they do charge mortgage insurance. Income limits do apply to this program. Also, you must live in a Black or Latino neighborhood. In fact, you can only apply at certain city branch locations, and these locations are right here. Again, if you're on your cell phone, you want to screenshot it. Finally, you want to go to your credit unions. Most credit unions are going to offer you assistance, like the Navy Federal Credit Union, which though they haven't made their requirements available on their website, they have said if you are a member of our credit union, we will work with you to get a mortgage that works within your income limits and then also your eligibility. Now, across most of these mortgages, there are 3 requirements. I want you to pull up your bank statements and your payment histories for your rent, your utility, your auto insurance, even your tuition in order to determine whether you've paid those bills on time for at least 2 years consecutively. 2, you want to verify your income eligibility. For most of these programs, it's going to be 80% of the median income where you live. How do you find a reliable data source that puts you in front of this information? Well, Fannie Mae has a tool. You want to make sure, again, screenshot this link or go to the link in my bio. I've linked it there for your convenience. Use this tool to decide what is the median income in your area. Finally, you want to find a home buyer assistance program. NACA is the most popular one. So that is the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America, which was started in 1980s. And most NACA programs are available in every single state. Now, the biggest mistake that most people make is they think that these programs will only take a couple of weeks to complete, when in all actuality, it could take you a few months. So you definitely want to start enrolling in these programs as soon as possible so that when you get through with them, you can start your home buying journey. You can visit the NACA website and see if there's a program with open enrollment in your area. And then finally, if you're Black, Latino, or low income and listening to this, it is important for you to note that you need to look for mortgages that are in your best interest. We do remember the 2008-2009 financial crisis where the government bailed out big businesses and big banks, but did not bail out Black people, Latino people, low-income people. In fact, a lot of financial analysts said that it should have been on you in order to make the best decisions. We know that this is hypocritical because the bank should have made responsible, ethical decisions as well. So what I want you to do is your research as you're looking at these programs. And I want you to look at your budget. I want you to look at your capacity to spend. I want you to look at your wealth position. I want you to look at any other obligations that you have. If you have debt that you need to pay back and you're barely making the minimum payments every single month, I know that some of these programs may sound titillating to you. They may sound compelling because you don't have money, but you also want assets. But also, I don't want you to become a first-time home buyer and also get your first-time bankruptcy within a year. Determine whether you can carry $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, depending on your market, $400,000 loan on your current income, your current assets, and your current revenue flow. All right? Do not just take the bank's word for it. We want to make sure that you can buy a house that you can pass down from one generation to the next generation to the next generation, because wealth building is a team sport. If you like this video and it taught you something, again, make sure to click the thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to check out my other videos, specifically the one which is top side hustles for lazy people. Thank you.